Tova and I, we're flying into Phoenix. We land. We see my bag. No Tova bag. So it doesn't come, and I just assume it's somewhere else. We go to that place, the Delta area. The bag is not there. I'm starting to feel this like dread.
Yeah.
There's this woman at the baggage claim. I think her name is Kirsten. She works here, and she goes, it's rare that people steal bags, but anything's possible. And every time she talks to us to try to reassure us, she ends it with going, but anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
And I'm like, first of all, I'm aware anything's possible.
Yeah.
I'm just like, please just lie to us right now.
Yeah.
They get a cop to come down. He looks at the security footage. He basically said like, yeah, I looked at the first 3 rotations of the belt and your bag was still on it that whole time. So whatever happened after. And I was like, can you go back to the footage and
watch more
until something happens to it? And he's like, smart thinking. Let me go. I'll be back.
God.
And then he comes back. He shows us a picture. Is this your bag? And I was like, no, that bag's black. Or this is olive green. And he goes, the lighting is off. Trust me.
You're like watching the crime documentary where you're like, you're failing at the job of a detective.
Yeah. And he said to Toby, he kept going, he goes, but you said your bag was like big, like this, and it was a rolly bag. And she's like, yeah, but it's not a 2 out of 3 situation. It's either the bag or it's not. There's some woman who's coming who used to be a detective and now works in baggage claim. She's the best in the business. The cop talks about it too. He's like, I'm not even good at this, but she's really good. This baggage claim woman is like talking about this woman like she's Dr. House. She says, let me tell you this story. I got a new car, got scratched in the parking lot of the airport. I went to this woman. She put in the license plate and the cameras, and it was incredible. And I said, and did they find out who scratched it? She was like, no. This detective, she gets our number somehow. And suddenly she texts us a picture. Yes, that's the bag. It's just a 74-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Took this bag. They say this woman went to Yuma, 4 hours away from the airport. She's visiting her son who lives on an army base. She's not going to bring it back.
Send her to jail.
I say, well, she stole it. And they go like, well, she didn't steal it. It was a mistake. And I go, no.
Doesn't matter,
If
no.
she took it and now knows it is that, she stole it.
Yeah. It's like you can't just mistakenly take a car and then when you're like, hey, you got to return that car, you're like, oh, I didn't know. And then you just don't return it. You're a robber.
Her son is not allowed, is not allowed to leave the military base until he gets like permission from his sergeant or whatever the fuck. He's going to bring it back though. So ultimately her son brings it back by 8 a.m. and we got it. And Tova was like, her poor son, you know, his fucking mom visits him and then finds out his mom's going to go to jail if he doesn't wake up at 4 a.m. So shout out Kirsten, especially. She died getting this bag back.
Oh my God.
On the military base, they shot her at sight.